Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ring in the News with PoojaPaath. This week has been ridiculous, and I'm not talking about LL Cool J's character from 30 Rock. This week we learnt that this is where Coke comes from. And this is where McDonald's came from. And this is where stupidity came from. Amongst the highlights of this week has been the G7 summit at Quebec, where Trump, of course, was Trump. At one point, he described migration to be a serious problem for Europe, and then said to Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe the following words: "Shinzo, you don't have this problem, but I can send you 25 million Mexicans and you'll be out of office soon." When the topic of discussion turned to Iran and terrorism, Trump took aim at French President Emmanuel Macron and said, "You must know about this, Emmanuel, because all the terrorists are in Paris." These are just a couple of examples of a series of bizarre statements made by Trump at the G7 summit that ended in disarray after the US president abruptly rejected its consensus statement and went on to bitterly attack Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, calling him dishonest and weak on a tweet. We think it's best that we let Robert DeNiro respond to Trump on behalf of the rest of the world.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
Trump, of course, went on from one summit to another, this time to Singapore to meet with Kim Jong-Un, who arrived with his own toilet. Apparently, the North Korean leader's excrement contains valuable information about his health and cannot be left behind casually. And while that kind of behavior might seem strange, Kim's poop fears are not that irrational, because turns out other leaders have had their feces stolen in the past. In the 1980s, the CIA apparently tried to steal Mikhail Gorbachev's stool to find out details about his health. In 1959, the CIA, once again, managed to obtain the Cold War Soviet Union leader Nikita Khrushchev's stool during his visit to the US. In another case, Joseph Stalin had also apparently spied on Mao Zedong, the Chinese communist who founded the People's Republic of China Party, by collecting his feces in 1949 and carefully examining it in a secret laboratory. Turns out, as a result of this crappy analysis, Stalin actually ended up not signing the agreement with Mao. And that probably explains why Kim Jong-un was so anal. In news from Russia, Tamara Pletneva, head of the Family, Women and Children's Affairs Committee, warned Russian women against sex with foreigners during the World Cup. She expressed concern for the well-being of children born of such unions and said that it's the children who suffer. It's lucky if they're the same race as the mother, but if they're of another race, it's worse. She said all of this before adding, "I am not a nationalist." And we agree, she is not a nationalist, just racist. Priyanka Chopra's TV series Quantico has run into trouble for portraying Indians as terrorists. The series, which is in its third season, had an episode in which Indian nationalists plot a terrorist attack in Manhattan with the intention of blaming it on Pakistan. In the show, Quantico, a TV series, which is fiction. Of course, Twitterati jumped at the opportunity to express their offense. Some of them were fairly eloquent, like this one individual who tweeted, "What kind of stupid ass episode is this? Indian nationals trying to frame Pakistan. #Quantico. Another individual had more words to say, and these words included, "What the hell was this episode of Quantico? They tried to show Indian nationalists trying to blow up Manhattan to frame Pakistan. I don't even know what sort of ridiculous narrative was this episode trying to set. Nonsensical stuff." Thankfully, even in the world of social media, wisdom and common sense prevail, and one Twitter user had to say these words. "In the matter of fact, it's just a crime-based TV series. इतना sensitive क्यों बन जाते हो भाई? उसने वैसा दिखाने से कुछ हो गया क्या?" And finally, in conclusion, Indians need to learn to keep their shit together. Just like Kim Jong-Un. And that's all from us from Ringing the News, like when a celebrity gets engaged. Congratulations Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson. Good night and I'll see you next week.